Hello and welcome to this preview video of Private Lobbies. It's a feature that's coming in our next major MCC Island patch, along with our MCC Plus subscription rank, of which this is one of the perks. It's essentially private games, and I decided to get together some of our lovely moderators and testers to help me out with recording this video. Obviously, expect for the next couple of minutes for me to just be playing for a menu, but that's what Lobbies is before you obviously go and play the game. Lobbies is in your social menu, and this is what it looks like. Whoa, lots of buttons and stuff. Very complicated. Nah, not really. You've kind of got everything you need to set up a private game in this menu. This is how you control all your players. So I am the Lobby leader, and obviously I sit in the very first slot here, and here are all the testers and moderators sitting in the lobby with me. If I wanted to add more people to the lobby, I can just simply click invite friends, and then here you go, just scroll over and click to invite, and I'll send them an invite. However, there is an additional way of getting people to join your lobby, and that is a join code. This lobby right now is set to a private mode, so there isn't actually a join code, but I have to go and activate that by clicking lobby settings. And this is where you control a bunch of cool stuff, which we'll get to in a sec. The join code system is right up here. So lobby type. And if I switch it to join code, you'll notice that a bunch of new information comes up telling me how to use this. So I've switched join code on, and then I go back and if I hover over this lobby info thing here, it will show me the join code. And basically, if anyone just types in /lobby join and then the code, they will join the lobby. If at any point you don't want more players joining your lobby, but you have the join code active, you can actually just switch this button here to lock the lobby. And then this kind of has a further effect where certain members of your lobby can't then invite more members because of party systems and stuff, which we'll get into as well. I'm super excited to show that. So that's invites. Let's go on to talking about editing your lobby. A couple of options, not much. You have obviously your game. You can select which game you want, and you can select any. So let's go Sky Battle, because everyone loves Sky Battle, right? And with the game, we can then go and select the map pool. This allows you to kind of select a number of maps so that you don't have to kind of keep rebooting the lobby every time. You can just go on a long session of Sky Battle, for example, and just kind of repeat the game over and over again. And as long as I have a bunch of maps in here, it will just be randomly picking those maps. I think a lot of people like a bunch of maps, but then they have a few maps that they might not like. So in this system, you can actually go and turn off maps that you wouldn't want to appear in your session. Obviously, these buttons up here, just kind of deselect and enable them all, right? So I can actually go through all the other games and set up the map pool customizations that I want, so that once I start my gaming session and then change games on the fly, and it'll just remember everything I've set. Even if I go and close the lobby and then start it up on another day, it will remember all the settings that you've had for your map selections. Okay, so that covers games and maps. We also have an additional option of editing your game. So while we don't allow you yet to kind of customize which modifiers or what kits you have and stuff like that, that stuff's advanced, and we might add that in future. We do allow you to go to the settings here and just turn off modifiers and traps. So some of you can actually experience the classic tug toss and classic hole in the wall, because I know there are a lot of people out there who do. I'm gonna leave it on because I like them, but there you go. So that leaves us with kind of one last thing to cover with how Lobbies works. And this is, in my opinion, one of the coolest things. And it's about player management. Obviously, with Lobbies, you might have games of 32 people, and you want to kind of manage people into teams and ensure that people are in specific teams. Well, we designed it in a way so that it doesn't take a lot of work on the private lobby leader, and it's actually kind of shared across everyone. The way this works is that we have combined the party system and the private lobby system. So parties can be retained as teams when you boot up the game. And this is all down to an option in your settings called party grouping. By default, this keeps parties grouped in your lobby. So if I'm in a lobby as a party of 4, then that party of 4 will be the party going into the game that we're about to play. So like Sky Battle, for example, I'll stay with those players. You can actually switch this into like a shuffle. So it just says like, nope, don't care about parties. Everyone just gets like shuffled anywhere in the game. And then the last one is a cheeky one because sometimes maybe you as the leader just want to keep your party together, but everyone else gets shuffled. As I said, grouped is the default option. So you can actually see who's in what party by looking at the Plobby menu, just by hovering over the faces. So you can see that I'm in a party with Shiny Lucario, and Shiny Lucario is the leader. And it keeps our faces kind of like grouped together as well. So you can visually see who's in what party. These guys are in a party of 4, as you can see, as I'm hovering over them. And these are not in a party. You can see that. The party system integration is kind of cool because you can actually use some of the options to help you a little bit here. So you can actually allow parties to go ahead and like invite other players that then bring them into the Plobby. And if you go and invite like a party leader to the Plobby, it will invite the party leader along with everyone else in that party as well. So it's kind of like a really cool system to fill up your private lobby very quickly. That's roughly how that works. There's a lot more intricacies to it, but I'm not going to like run into that. I'm just going to show the last thing, which is how the player pools work. So you have a player pool and you have a spectator pool. And this just means when I click start game, these are the players that will be playing and these players here will be spectating. And to switch people into different pools, you just shift click them, right? So I can move Buffy Swag over here. Now Buffy Swag is in a party, but that doesn't matter. Because it just means like Buffy Swag's party will stay together, except for Buffy, who will be as a spectator. You can shift right click to move the entire party to the other pool. And then there you go. As you hover over the start game button, it will actually present to you how many players you have and how many spectators you have, so you know what you're about to set off. There is an additional option called the ready check, which I'm not going to show because it takes too long, but you send a ready check to everyone and then they click yes and it will tell you who's not ready. So you can decide who to, I don't know, kick or move to your spectator pool. Up to you. You can also change the default pool that you want all new players to be joining when they join the Plobby. And of course, Plobbies get their own chat channel so that you can talk to everyone in the Plobby while you warm up for the game. All right, and that's about it. So to finish this off, I'm just gonna click start game with my current pool, and the Plobby system will wait for an available server and then just send us straight to it. There you go. I hope you're all looking forward to Plobbies. As I said, that will come in our next major MCC Island patch, along with a bunch of other stuff, which we'll get to revealing very soon. All right, and that's it. So please let us know what you think in the comments, what you like, maybe what you dislike, and stuff like that. That would be really appreciated. And thank you very much for watching.